Hey, welcome to the Bosox gable end video part 3. I already did part 3 and I screwed something up. It didn't work out very well. So I'm going to redo it again, but I'm going to give you some history first of all. Yesterday I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, which is what I usually do, and the first thing I do is I check my iPad to see what's going on in Chief Land. I got this private message from this guy who asked about this gable end situation, and I looked at his name, and it's, my eyes are cross-eyed and stuff because I just woke up, and there's a B and an X and a couple of O's in there, and I didn't put it together. Read what he wanted to do. I tried to figure out what he wanted to do, and I think I knew what he was going to do. I was going to do a video on it, and on the way into work, figuring out this video, I tried to put these letters together, this B and this two O's and this X and something else, and I came up with Bosox. And so I thought he was a Boston Red Sox fan. He later corrected me and said, "No, I'm not from Boston. I'm from Serbia, and my name is what's his name? Uh, Bojan Jovanovic. Bojan Jovanovic. He's from Serbia." Back in 2011, Lynn and I went to Eastern Europe to visit some European countries, the Czech Republic, Poland, Austria, and Hungary. Great trip, but we didn't get down to Serbia. So so this morning I just did some research on Serbia, trying to figure out what it is. So I'm going to talk about part 3 in a second, but first quick history lesson. What I learned about Serbia. There are 196 countries in the world. 196. 193 are members of the United Nations. The 3 that aren't members of the United Nations are Taiwan. They are no longer part of the United Nations because China became a part of the United Nations, and China thinks that Taiwan's part of China. So there's Taiwan, Vatican City, and that's Catholic. They're not part of the United Nations. And the third one is Kosovo. Kosovo is the second youngest country in the world. Kosovo has only been around for 3 years. 6 years. 6 years. The youngest country is South Sudan. It's only 3 years old. So where did Kosovo come from? Kosovo came from Serbia. Kosovo split off from Serbia, I think. There's still some. They're still disputing the boundaries. So Kosovo came from Serbia. And where did Serbia come from? Serbia became a country along with Montenegro 8 years ago. So Kosovo is 6 years old. Serbia and Montenegro is 8 years old. And so this guy, Bojan Jovanovic, is from Serbia. His country is 8 years old. Can you believe it? 8 years old. Capital of Serbia happens to be Belgrade. As in Belgrade, Yugoslavia, or was Yugoslavia. Belgrade, it's at the confluence of the Sava and Danube rivers. It's a very strategic point, so strategic that there have been like 115 different wars in that area. Belgrade's been razed to the ground 44 different times, I think. So that's where this guy's from. Bojan Jovanovic is from Serbia, Belgrade, Serbia. And Serbia and Montenegro came from Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia became a country back in 1918. 1918, when after World War I, they put it all together and they came up with Yugoslavia. And so Yugoslavia was a country from 1918 till the late 80s or early 90s, and then they started splitting up. And anyway, they're all split up now, I guess. It was an iron curtain country. So Bojan Jovanovic has seen a lot of stuff. I mean, he grew up. He's 44 years old. He grew up in a socialist or communist country behind the Iron Curtain. So Bojan, you've seen a lot of crap, man. You've been through a lot of stuff. I get that. What a mixed up world that is. I don't know how you guys get around. So anyway, just a little bit of history. I learned a little bit about Serbia and where you grew up, Belgrade and what have you. Very interesting. So now I'm going to, part 3 was really about dealing with this portion back here. And so in parts 1 and 2, you know that I put this together right here, and now I'm going to put this together back in here. And here's the deal with this thing. This is what's interesting about this. If you look at HJ, if you look at this, what you got to notice is when I put this next part together, which is sort of interesting, it's how this roof right here relates to this space back here. You understand that this roof right here is lower than this roof back here. But if you look at this other portion here in this direction, look what's happening. So here's the question. Once I kind of put this together, these walls back here, how is this gable end back here affected? What happens there? What happens there? So let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Stop. Okay, back on. So now you got a view. You got a view on the inside over here. You got a view on the outside on the left. And I'm gonna try to put this together. Now I'm down level number 1. I'm gonna go up to level number 2. What's this? This is you can see this is a handrail right here. But we know there's something screwy going on. And again, I have an extra floor, one more floor than what we need. We all understand that. So how do I deal with this? If I Control C, go up here, 0.6 to paste. Oh, X. Sorry. Am I on level 3? Yeah, 0.6 on level 3. So I just put, so you can see on the left hand side what's happened. I'm going to drag this on over like this. I don't know what happens. What a mess that is. Hit F12 and see what happened. Oh, no. First of all, I got to open this wall up. Roof, and it's got to be roof cuts wall at bottom. Roof cuts wall at bottom. That's the magic, remember? Now hit F12 and see if it fixes itself. Yeah, it sort of fixed itself. But if you remember, what I have to do is, let's see if I can figure this out again. I got to take these two roof planes right here, which are these roof, which is this roof, which is that roof plane, those roof planes. I'm going to put them on the lower level so I can start manipulating them. Put them on the lower level, a lower level. And now I'm going to 3 to break. Let's see if I can fix this. I think I know how to fix this there. See? On the left-hand side, see it's starting to get fixed, right? If I come over to here and select this roof plane, I put a break in here, 3. I'm extending this roof on over 3, so that wall has something to sit on. That's what's going on. It's fixed, isn't it? Fixed. And check out what's going on the inside. And now this is what I was talking about right here. Look at how this is affected right there. Look at that open area. Why is that like that? Why is that like that? If you remember, on the other, look, on the first time I did this roof situation was lower than this roof. But now I'm working on this roof over here, which is higher than this roof. So the inside view is all affected differently. It's all affected differently. And just so you know, that's the first floor. That's the walls on level 1. Those are the walls on level 2. Those are the walls on level 3. Level 3. And that's not quite right, because if you look at this HV, if you look at this and see this mess right here, see that mess right there. So what I got to do is I got to go up here to the attic level, or level 3. Sorry, turn on my reference layer so you can see where that wall is right there. So all I need to do is go pull this back to here. See how that's now sort of fixed. Go down here, go up here, and I'm not sure. Damn! Oh shit, man! I don't know. Oh god, I got to be able to figure this out easily. Oh, check that out, man! That's clean as a whistle. That is pretty much clean as a whistle in vector view. I know in render view or standard view, HR, it's really great. But in vector view, HV, It looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? I don't have that extra. Remember, I had those double extra lines right there. See those double extra lines on the left hand? See those double extra lines? Here, I got rid of them on this side right here. Did I get rid of them on the other side? No. Look at this. Look at this. I had this line coming down here like this. Let me see if I can fix that. So if I go up to here and I pull this wall back to here. I don't know. Oh, now it's fixed. It's fixed. That looks, well, that's just kind of a surprise. Looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? That's in vector view. It looks better than this right here, doesn't it? So can I fix this? I don't know. This doesn't fix. Look at that. This doesn't fix quite as easily. You know what I'm saying? Down. Do I pull this back to here? I don't know. Do I pull this back to here? Yeah. Look. Yeah. Check that out, man. Oh. Well, that ain't good. Oh. Why is this such a freaking mystery to me all the time? F12. F12 to rebuild. Oh, man. Oh, it's not so good anymore. It's not so, I thought it was good a second ago, but now it's not. And now those other walls are sticking up. So I'm going to just see if I can fix this again. 1. Pull this over here to 2. Go up a level. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh God. Why is this so screwed up? Now this is clean over here. This is vector view. This is vector view. That's pretty clean. I'm trying to fix it on this level here. 1, 2. Shit. Why can't I fix this, man? Why can't I fix this? Why can't I fix this? Why can't I fix this? I want to get on to something else. 1, 2. F12. Go up a level. Pull this down over here like this. Oh, now it's fixed. You know, I'm going back and forth. And I'm getting this vertical line. Oh, now the vertical line's fixed. This is not bad. This is really, really, really not bad. 7, 7. You know what I'm saying? That's not bad. That's pretty darn clean, actually. And HR, standard or vector, it's really nice and clean looking. Okay, so what is the whole thing? What is the point of this whole thing right here? The whole point of this is, remember what I talked about? I talked about in parts 1 and 2, I messed with this front area here where this gable end here, this open space here is lower than this roof pitch here. But now I'm messing with this here, which is a higher roof pitch. This is what I'm talking about now. This roof pitch here is higher than this roof pitch here. So what does it look like on the inside? Look on the right-hand side. This is the deal. This is the deal on the right-hand side. And so here, this is the key. If I go up to, where am I at? I'm on level 2. Level 2. If I don't put a ceiling in here, you understand right here, I'm on level 2. I'm on level 2. And I have a ceiling in here. Suppose I get rid of the ceiling. No ceiling. Structure. No ceiling. What happens? Well, it's usually better than this, believe me. I don't know why it looks like this, but it does. It should look better than that. I'm surprised it looks like that. I'm surprised I get this extra whatever it is right here. Suppose I don't want to mess around with it. But the point is, I don't have a ceiling in this middle section. I don't have a ceiling in this middle section. So if I go back over here and and I put the ceiling back in, that's what happens. See what happens right there? And so how do you fill in this triangle? Here's the key. This is what I'm talking about. This triangle on this roof, this triangle on this other section, how do I fill in that triangle? I don't know. Well, I do know. I know one way of doing it, and I don't like to do it this way, but I will. And that is I break this right here. I break the wall right there and pull this down like this, and now watch this. Done. That is pretty darn clean, isn't it? That's the key. That is what I'm talking about on this section. That's different. That is different than go down to level 1. Go down to level 1. HJ, take a look in this direction here. You guys don't figure this. Remember, this roof right here is lower than the, this roof here is lower than this roof, and that worked out pretty clean. But this roof here is higher than this roof, and so you guys play with it. You'll figure it out. You'll see what the problems are. But this is the whole gist of what I'm getting at on this particular project here, and that is on this particular attic wall right here. I had to manually drag down the walls, and I rarely ever do that. I usually control wall heights and ceiling heights by I let Chief do all the work. I don't like to drag walls down in elevation view. I rarely ever do it, but this time I did. Now suppose I open this wall up again, and if you go to structure, look at this: default wall top height and default wall bottom height. They are unchecked. That means I have messed around with it somehow. Suppose I check them again. What happens? That's what happens. You get what I'm saying? That's what happens. I can't believe how HV. I mean, look at how clean that vector view looks. I'm surprised at how clean that looks. I don't have that double line. I don't know why I don't have a fascia on this line here. That's weird. I don't know why I don't have a fascia right here. But I don't. Oh, maybe because I don't know why I don't. I don't know why I don't. I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into this. I really don't. Oh, E fascia. How about this? 9.25 and 9.25. It's the fascia. There, I just fixed it. You see that? I just fixed that. It was the fascia that was all messed up. You guys get that? So again, the whole lesson behind this thing is I didn't start my timer. So this is that we all understand that there are two different things going on here in how I mess around or how we mess around with this gable end fascia or gable end walls or whatever these walls are. And these walls are, remember, this is the whole key. Roof cuts wall at bottom. That's what the whole key is. These things are roof cuts wall at bottom, which means that wall gets to sit on top of the roof. That means the walls get to sit on top of the roof. And how did I get those walls to sit on top of the roof? And that was because I went over to here. See that? Oh, check this out, man. Ain't that interesting? You know, at one time I had actually I had this. At one time I had watch this 3 break it. I had 3 break. 3 break. There. 3 break. You see what I'm doing? Isn't that interesting? This is really tricky stuff because, see, I had dragged this over to here. Hey, how does this thing frame? HF, how does this thing frame? Let's take a look at how the framing works. Yeah, see, that's not typically that's really not correct. You see what happens here? This is not correct because this wall right here this stud right here should really go straight on through, and it doesn't. And it's because of the way I built my wall. And because of the way I built my wall, it looks good in vector view for the most part. Oops, it doesn't look good so good over here right now, but it looks pretty good over here. And what's the difference? I don't know. I go back and forth on it. This has a double line right there. Over here, I don't have the double line. Why? 7-7. Yep. See again. See, again, this thing extends further than I thought it should. And that has to do with, I don't know, it doesn't work very well. I don't think. It's kind of hit and miss. But again, the lesson on this thing right here, this is the real lesson here. And this is sort of magic. In fact, it's magic in that I really don't have to think too much about putting a break right here. I put a break in there. I sort of got close to where it was, and I think it broke in the right location. And then I just dragged this wall down like this, and it looks pretty darn good. HHR, let's look at it in vector view. Yeah, check this out. Should I pull this? Should I pull that? Should I pull this wall back to here? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. It's sort of getting fussy and whatever else. I can go back and forth on it. It depends upon your look you're trying to look for. If you look over here, I don't have that vertical line right there, and I have it over here. And why is this important? It's because when you take a back clip cross section for your elevation views, you will not have to mess around with this in layout view and do some editing. And I hate to do editing. Check this out. This is really clean on this side, not so clean on this side. So if I was to look at it in plan view, F6. How is it different in plan? There you go. Look at this. Here we go. So if I extend this over to here, and I go down a level, that's not bad. I don't know. Again, I'm freaking confused, man. Those look the same to me. Look at this funny shape here of this roof. See how well that thing works? See how well, I mean, it's a weird shaped wall, I get it. But it's really clean in vector view. But if you come over to here, it's not clean in vector view. Can I make it clean in vector view? I don't know. It's F12. Stop fucking around. F12. Oh, now I really messed things up, man. Holy moly, man. F12. Oh. UU. Structure. Default. Now it's better. Pull that over like that. Now it's clean. Look at that. Check that out. Check that out. Pull this over like this. Pull this over like that. I don't know. Yeah. Well, why am I having to mess around with this stuff? Now it's not so good on this side, but it's really good on the other side. I don't get it. I really don't. That's that. That's that. Screw it. Screw it. Okay, that's the end of part 3. Part 3. That's the end. So to review really quick, what all I did on the not totally successful, but it's not bad. I don't have. All I did in part 3 is I fixed this wall. I fixed this wall and showed you the difference in what happens between this wall and this wall. And in fact, on this wall here is controlled by this roof's lower than this roof, and this roof is taller than this roof, and how it all looks on the inside. And that's what we really care about, is the 3D views for the most part, I think. HJ. Looks pretty good to me. That looks pretty good to me. I'm done. If I come over here, HJ, let me see if this is still fixed on this side here. No, it's not. Again, you gotta go 3 to break, pull it down like this. Fixes pretty good. Now you got a pretty good look. And that's assuming that you have a flat ceiling in this room here. That's assuming you have a flat ceiling in that room there, if you understand what I'm saying. And if I come over to here, I'm on the right-hand side, UU. If I get rid of that ceiling there, I don't want a ceiling in there anymore. Let's see what happens now. Now I don't have a ceiling, it slopes up. So now what I do is I UU, I select this wall right here. I default it to top and bottom. And it looks pretty good in exterior. Looks pretty good on the interior. Why do I have this extra material right there? I don't know. If I select this and paint, there you go. What's happening is, just so you understand what just happened there is, the ceiling, this ceiling right here, somehow melts into this area here. And I'm gonna do part 4 in a second because I'm gonna talk about this and see if I can figure this out. But apparently, the ceiling underneath this wall here is actually part of that ceiling there, and that's why you get that little that wood ceiling finish right there. Because if I select the normal standard, see that? It's clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle. And I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to put a flat ceiling on this thing again. Ceiling on this thing again. Bump. And now you can see what happens right there. And as I said, I do not like to manually reshape these walls. But this is one of those rare cases, I think, where you have to do it. So you select this, 3 to break it right there. Drag it down like this. Oh, that didn't work out very well at all, did it? UU. We'll try it again. Default UU. Oh man, I got to do this several times. Okay, there it is. It's fixed now, right? Now I go 3 to break. Let me see if I can. It was working pretty good a second ago. There, clean as a whistle. Pretty darn clean. Pretty darn clean. In fact, look at the oh, it's still messed up over here. So it's anyway. W. Let's look at the inside upstairs. Second floor level. HJ. Look back in this direction. How's it look? W. HJ. How's it look? Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's look in this direction here. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Ain't that interesting? This ceiling back here, the ceiling finish right here comes over and it goes underneath this gable end wall. This goes underneath the gable end wall here, which is clean. However, if I'm down here, if I'm on this side, which is where the roof is higher than the other roof, this roof here is actually going underneath that wall there. And I already showed that to you because I did this. One, bump. Oh, shit, now it's fixed. Now it did not go underneath this roof right here. You understand what I'm saying? Saying. So, hang on a second. Shift C. How about FLO, cancel. What material? Control L. Material. Flooring. Materials. Flooring. Wood. Let's give it this finish right here. Yeah, in fact, if you just notice, this time the ceiling finish didn't go up underneath here. Remember that? Remember a second ago that right underneath that gable end wall, that ceiling finish was there too, and now it's not. Why? I don't know. But that's not too bad. Anyway, that's the end. That's the end of part 3. I'm going to do part 4 in a minute, and then I'm going to do chimney chases. End of part 3.